Hi singers, it's Kat with Wylde Voices, aka the Voice Witch. I am a holistic voice and performance coach, and I am about to change your life when it comes to breath. I'm going to show you a different way to think about your breath, perhaps if you haven't thought of this before, that could change the way you sing, the way you speak, and your whole life. For a little bit of background, I was extremely dysregulated for like all of my 20s, and meanwhile I was trying to have an opera career. I don't know if I took a single deep breath in all of my 20s. I think I was a very shallow breather. I've also been a mouth breather, especially when I'm sleeping. And let me also say one of my favorite quotes ever is the type of breath you take determines the type of sound that you make. So if you're trying to have this nice, big, beautiful sound, meanwhile you're a shallow breather, not very conducive. So I went from shallow breathing to, then I took years of yoga, and then I learned how to belly breathe and like stick out my belly and really focus on my belly. And let me just say, that was also not great. So any of the belly breathing fans, if you want to keep that in yoga, personally, I don't do that in yoga. Let me tell you why. We don't have lungs in our belly. We're not actually inhaling into our belly. So why are we thinking about the belly? Now, let's get a little anatomical, okay? So if anything happens in the belly, this is why. Not because I want to try to push out my belly when I'm inhaling, but the diaphragm, that's why in the singing world they could call it diaphragmatic breath. The diaphragm is this cute little muscle that sits inside your rib cage, below the lungs and the heart, and above your organs. Now, if I inhale and my wonderful lungs, those bags full of air, fill up, they should be pushing down on the diaphragm to kind of flatten it. So then it's kind of pushing down on the organs below, which may cause the belly to come out a little bit. But I don't want to intentionally try to make my belly come out. So a better way to think about it is, where are the lungs situated in my body? I want to be thinking about that. And also the lungs are these cool like bags. So if I'm inhaling, they should really be filling up in like a 360-degree way, which yes, also means a little bit out the back too, which a lot of singing teachers have talked about. Now, I'm not trying to force my back out because that also creates tension, or the belly. Let's actually specifically focus on the region where the lungs are. So you could actually close your eyes, see in your mind's eye where your lungs are situated, and you can actually try to think of the lungs, or if it's easier, imagine a beach ball in your chest where your lungs are. So that when I'm inhaling, if I want a full inhale, the beach ball is coming out in the front, out on the side. Yes, it's also moving down, and it's moving out the back. And also, at the very end, a little bit, the chest lifts just a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Definitely not the shoulders. We don't want to be doing that while we're breathing. But a little bit in the chest. So I'm going to show you, and then we're going to do it together. I'm going to first blow out all my air. We're going to do this on a nose inhale if you don't have a stuffy nose. We're going to inhale, imagining that beach ball. And yes, I also felt an expansion in the back, almost like my rib cage was coming apart in the back, making room for my lungs that are expanding in a 360-degree way. Does that make sense? So no, I'm not, or no creating tension or anything here. It's literally happening here where my lungs are actually situated. What a concept. So do you want to try this with me? Okay, blow out all your air. Inhale in through your nose into that beach ball. Think about it in 360-degree way. Also going down. If you feel like your shoulders have come up, soften them, bring them down, and hold it for a moment. Hold, hold, and hold. And just slowly let it out your mouth, like oh. How did that feel? Feel alive? You want to try one more with me? This time we're just going to do like a long hissing tire afterwards. I'll do another video about this one. Just out the teeth. So blow out all your air. Inhale in through your nose into the beach ball. Hold at the top. If you see your shoulders have gone up, release them. And hold. Taking another sip of air without raising your shoulders. And hold. And hissing tire as long as you can go. I bet some of you are still going. I know those lungs of steel out there. And if you had to go, if it was shorter for you, don't worry. You could build your lung capacity by doing this, by the way. Anyways, if you tried it with me, tell me below what you think. Ask me any questions about breath, about the voice, performing, anything you want. That would be helpful. Anyways, I hope that helped today. Love you all. Happy singing. Mwah.